took care of it after that. Vandeveldy battling in the corner. Had to work that puck free and goes up the wall. Lecavalier is there. He's got a little room, given more room. He'll wind and fire. Save Anderson. And he did eventually gather that. Got
play all night long.
He absolutely is explosive, dangerous, all those words. As the defenseman joining the players. An angle shot by Streit. That is taken by Anderson. He'll hang right on.
I don't know. Paul McLean never seemed to completely endorse Erik Karlsson. As brilliant as Karlsson is.
There's a shot by Grossman, deflected and hit the post. Some of the Flyers thought that was in.
Topic in starting is going to be the toughest for Giroux. He's been hanging high in the offensive zone. I mean, third guy high, often the center's job, but even more so with Giroux's situation.
Here he is, handing off to Delzato. Delzato angle shot, save Anderson. For sticking wide of the Philadelphia net. Senators still looking for their first shot on goal, but they're hovering right now. Stone getting it to Turris. Turris off to Karlsson for the shot. That's batted down and all the way out to the neutral zone.
It's that sense of genius, that hockey IQ, and the willingness to take chances all the time. Some coaches try to take Picassos and turn them into house painters.
That you don't want, but you're better off with them.
There's a shot that catches iron and then goes off the glass behind the net. As the Senators chase on in a good spot there, but he could not finish it, so both teams have come close. Giroux fires one that's batted away by Anderson. And to help out his defensemate with Streit, but he turns it over to Ryan, who centers. Zibanejad was there, but it drifted to the corner. And now another turnover by the Flyers. There's a shot, and Mason the save on Zibanejad, who was falling to his knees. Their second all-time in games played to Daniel Alfredsson, who retired. He signed a one-day contract with the Senators earlier this year. Skated to warm-ups with him for a game and then retired officially. Simmons shot handle. The rebound was there. Lawton could not get to it. His clear is knocked down and kept in the zone by Peugeot. He'll drop it back. Chiasson around behind the net. Getting some room in the wraparound. Stopped by Mason.
In that Achilles area.
Nick Schultz moving the puck in. Angle shot, save, rebound right out in front. Couturier was there, but could not find it to get a rebound attempt. Now Phillips worked on by Giroux, but maneuvered it to Turris, who flutters it out to the neutral zone. Now it's dumped in, no icing here. And so Clark MacArthur goes after it, but he's spilled by Nick. And it is finally Turris who gets to it. And he'll move it ahead to Condra. 2-on-2 shorthanded rush. Condra back to Turris. Turris with a shot and the save made by Mason.
The next four starting tonight. The Flyers are working their way up the Eastern Conference standings.
There's some tough competition. There's Delzato moving on in all the way around. The wraparound try is stopped at the side of the cage. He gets the puck back. And gets right to the line to McDonald. McDonald will wind and fire. Knocked down by Anderson.
Pretty well played defensively. Goalies haven't had to come up major and huge very often, if at all.
There's Turris off a steal, and Mason does come up huge, although 3 Ottawa natives on the team. Here's Giroux moving up. His shot goes wide. Now behind the net, that puck never made it to Schenn, but it was kept in by Delzato for a shot. Save Anderson with a couple of sticks waving. But they survive this time. There's a steal by Raffl. Centers it. Lawton could not get his stick on it.
Michael Raffl didn't see him in time.
Streit worked on, and in fact Condra gets the puck away from him. Centers it, the shot. Mason the save on MacArthur. Voracek pass. Lawton finds it. Into traffic he goes. Kicks it out of his skates and moves ahead with it. And drops it back to Raffl. Raffl around behind the net. Centers it in front. Voracek. Save made by Anderson. Now the Senators have it back. Karlsson couldn't clear. Voracek trying to fight off the check of Karlsson. Does. Voracek trying to get out in front. Does. And he stuffed it wide. Schenn got knocked down in front. Didn't play as much as perhaps the Flyer fans would like to see him play in that tournament. But when he got his chance, he was involved. And hey, got himself a gold medal. There's Ryan a shot. That one falls up in the air. Mason juggled it away, but Voracek out to the high slot. Voracek with some space. The shot. Save. Anderson the rebound. Swatted, but kept in by Voracek. Makes the deke. Voracek holds the pass to the tip. Anderson knocked it away as Delzato got that one toward the net. Did not get that through. Hoffman has it back to MacArthur. And now Turris. He'll try to stay in the box, but here's MacArthur's shot. Shoulder save. Mason.
Defensive corners near the goal in front of Craig Anderson. Playing a heck of a game as well.
Yep, he's had a good, very, very good game. And he moves his feet and plays smart. He can be effective.
Here's Giroux, winds and fires in the save made by Anderson. Off the boards for Lawton. Lawton protected the puck well to clear. But now it's Cowan banking it. Nice little pass there to McCulloch, who's got some room. McCulloch, the shot. Save. Mason takes a swat from Legwand. He was reaching up and clearly felt something. As soon as he did, he headed right off the ice. Couturier lost his stick in the battle for the puck. Here, turnover is Umberger. Gets it back to Coburn for a shot. And Anderson able to smother that one. Came back later in that game and played. He's a guy that sort of basically just set up. Happens. Pajot's backhanders taken by Mason. We'll get another whistle stopping play.
Many strong years ahead of him.
There he is with the puck. Voracek lugging it in across the line. Goes across ice. Giroux is tightly marked. Now Streit will flip one. Voracek may have redirected it. Save Anderson. Voracek has it back across for Giroux. The shot, and he missed it short side.
And he did. He probably just impeded him enough to take that shot a little closer to the front of the net.
McCulloch to Pajot as the Senators now try to apply pressure. That shot from Greiba is scooped up by Mason, who then Chiasson with it. Down low, Turris now with a pass. Ryan out to Carlson. Right back to Ryan. One-timer save. Mason rebound. Turris will take it around the other side. McDonald swept it away from him with a lunge.
Clears down. It kept Ottawa a lot of stuff to the perimeter. Well done.
Senators move up. Power play is over. MacArthur with speed. Drop pass Wiercioch back to MacArthur. The shot. Save. Mason. Rebound all the way out to Giroux. He turned. Condra will fire it to the other side of the ice. Voracek is there. Great job of maneuvering around one forechecker. The second one he was looking for Streit, who had turned around and didn't see it coming. Now Hoffman cuts on in and scores. Voracek ends up turning the puck over. Flyers seem to think maybe the play was offside. The Senators have a 1-0 lead.
Nobody seems to be arguing it from the Flyers side here.
I was right in front, guys. I thought that Cowan came back on, and you'll see, no, he was not offside. It looked like he had to skate on the outside.
Boy, it looked offside to me, Chris.
Well, from the human eye, Billy, when he came out, I thought the far skate was on. But you know what? I didn't look at the middle guy.
Yeah, it's the guy on the left from the replay, yeah.
Condra will fire it to the other side of the ice. Voracek is there. Great job of maneuvering around one forechecker. The second one he was looking for Streit, who had turned around and didn't see it coming. Now Hoffman cuts on in and scores. Voracek ends up turning the puck over. Off the draw, the Flyers gain control. Voracek to Streit. And now it's Giroux. Phillips way out on Giroux. He gets it down to Simmons, who scores! From Giroux. Game is tied at 1. Simmons scores for a case of Tasty-Cake.
And if you spend too much time pushing up in the zone, you leave Wayne Simmons with enough time and enough space to turn around. And when you do that, he'll burn you. Even Craig Anderson's poke check couldn't get to him in time.
Really, really dangerous play. You're right. And Billy, you said the key word right there. Simmons had enough room to turn around. The side was off the goal line a little bit.
Off the draw, the Flyers gain control. Voracek to Streit. Now it's Giroux. Phillips way out on Giroux. He gets it down to Simmons, who scores! It to Streit. 8:35 remaining, third period. Mark Streit navigating his way through the neutral zone. Finds Simmons, back to Streit. Streit for Lawton. The shot. The save. The puck high in the air, batted out of harm's way. Senators move back. McCulloch to Condra. Condra in across the line. Back to McCulloch. Back in front. Loose puck. Mason down. Where's the puck? Whistle stop play. It's not in the net.
Angle here.
Oh, yeah, that would probably fall in behind him, Bill. Or hit him in the back and bounced into the net. They come back the other way. Condra with that pass to McCulloch. And this is where the scrum ensues. You could see that puck was going in. Last second, guys, I think Mason dove back and got his glove on this.
They're going to look at this. They're going to watch this. There's the paddle of the stick. And then Mason seems to haul it in.
Yep, he had it.
And Scott Lawton went to work on Pajot.
What was discovered?
After the review, the puck never crossed the goal line. No goal.
Yeah.
Senators get control. Pajot across. Greiba winds, fires, and Mason fought that one off. It might have hit Condra. And now it comes back out in front. Tipped by Simmons, but not controlled. And Pajot gets it back out to Greiba. Across for Phillips, a wrist shot. Glances off of Mason and goes wide. That's a 13-8 in favor of Ottawa here in the third period. 28 shots in the last 35 minutes of play. Here's Voracek moving in. Pivots. Finds Giroux. One-timer. Save Anderson. Craig Anderson. Offensive zone draw. Giroux hurting as he goes to the bench. Turris blasts that one in on Mason as the third period comes to an end. Ahead, he's got MacArthur. Clark MacArthur then turned back as Streit was able to get back, but MacArthur still has the puck to Turris. Back across MacArthur. Couldn't one-time it. Now back across Turris. Shot. Mason has the answer. And Zibanejad will shoot first. He's 2 for 4 this year.
Pretty good at this.
And he scores. And he will try to tie it back up. Eyes the right wing and cuts on in and scores. Wayne Simmonds, his first attempt this year, tries to win the game. And he does! At long last, shootout success for the Flyers. 2-1 is your final. The Flyers end a 10-game shootout losing streak. And they get